Welcome to my channel, Bookish English 2. What if today you finally learn how to speak long, natural English sentences without fear, without hesitation, and without grammar confusion? In this video, I will show you a powerful step-by-step method that can completely change your speaking. If you don't watch till the end, you may miss one of the biggest opportunities to improve your English fast. So stay with me, practice with me, and don't forget to subscribe now, because this video can truly transform your English journey. Chapter 1. Morning Wake. Welcome back, everyone. It's really great to have you here again, and today we are going to do something simple, but very powerful for your English speaking. In this lesson, we are going to train your ability to speak longer and more natural sentences step by step. Not fast, not rushed, but slowly and clearly. This is how real progress happens. Many learners understand English, they know words, they even know grammar. But when it's time to speak, they stop. Why? Because they are not used to building sentences. So today we fix that. We take one small sentence, and level by level we grow it into a full, natural, confident sentence. And I want you to do this with me. Don't just watch. Say the sentence in your mind, or say it out loud. You can repeat after me, or pause and speak. That is where the real learning happens. So let's begin nice and slow with a very simple idea. Something from your daily life. Something you already do every day. Imagine your morning, your alarm rings, your eyes open, and you start your day. That moment is captured in a very simple sentence. I wake up. This is our starting point. Very small, very easy, but very important. When you say this, you are already speaking English. You are not silent anymore. You are expressing an action. That is the first step. Now, we don't stop here, we slowly build. Now we add one small idea to make it clearer. I wake up early. Now we understand something more about your life, not just the action, but the time feeling. You wake up early, maybe before sunrise, maybe before your family, maybe because you have responsibilities. This small word early changes the meaning and makes your sentence stronger. And this is the key idea of today's lesson. We don't jump to big sentences. We add one small piece at a time. Now let's move forward and show that this is not just one day, this is your habit. I wake up early every day. Now, your sentence becomes more real. It shows routine. It shows discipline. When someone hears this, they understand that this is part of your life. You do it again and again. This is how we start connecting English with real life. Not just practice, but your actual daily routine. Let's continue and make the sentence more specific. I wake up early every day at 6. Now we know the exact time. This makes your English clearer and more precise. When you speak like this, people can imagine your routine very easily. They can see your alarm clock. They can picture your morning. This is how detail improves your speaking, not by making it difficult, but by making it clearer. Now we stretch the sentence again to make it sound more natural. I wake up early every day at 6 in the morning. This phrase "in the morning" makes the sentence smoother and more complete. This is how native speakers talk. They don't just say the time, they naturally add these small phrases. And as you add these pieces, your English starts to sound more natural without becoming complicated. Now we take a very important step. We add purpose. I wake up early every day at 6. in the morning, for work. Now your sentence tells a story. You are not waking up early for no reason. You have a purpose. Maybe you have a job. Maybe you have responsibilities. Maybe people depend on you. This makes your sentence meaningful. This is the difference between basic English and real English. Real English explains why. Now let's grow it one more step and make it even more real. I wake up early every day at 6 in the morning for work and exercise. Now your life feels more complete. You are not only working, you are also taking care of your health. This is something many people do, so this sentence becomes very relatable. When you speak like this, your English starts to feel natural and connected to real life. And now we reach the final level, where your sentence becomes fully expressive. I wake up early every day at 6 in the morning for work and exercise, because I want to stay active. Now this is powerful. Now we know your reason. Now we understand your mindset. You are not just describing your routine, you are expressing your goal. This makes your English human. This makes it real. This is what we want. Now take a moment and think about what just happened. You started with a very small sentence, something simple and easy, and step by step, without pressure, without confusion, you built it into a long, natural sentence that sounds real and meaningful. This is the process you need to follow if you want to improve your speaking. Not big jumps, not difficult grammar, but small steps, repeated again and again. And this is what I want you to remember from this chapter. You don't need perfect English to start speaking. You just need a small sentence and the confidence to grow it. One word, one idea, one step at a time. If you practice like this every day, your speaking will improve naturally. You will start thinking in English, and you will start speaking longer sentences without fear. So take this sentence, make it your own, change it for your life, and practice it again and again. Because this is just the beginning, and in the next chapter, we are going to take another simple daily situation and grow another sentence step by step. So stay with me, keep practicing, and let's continue building your English together. Chapter 2: Morning Routine. Now imagine your morning clearly. You have already woken up, you are out of bed, and you move toward the bathroom to begin your routine. This is one of the most natural and common actions in daily life, which makes it perfect for building your English step by step. We are going to take one simple sentence and slowly grow it into a longer, more natural sentence, just like before. Do not rush this process. Stay calm, follow each step, and try to repeat the sentence in your mind or out loud. That is how your brain learns to speak, not by watching, but by doing. We begin with a simple and clear sentence. I brush my teeth. This is your starting point. It tells us exactly what you are doing, and it is something everyone understands. When you say this sentence, you are already speaking real English. Now we slowly add more information to make it stronger. I brush my teeth every day. Now the sentence shows habit. It tells us that this is not something you do one time, but something you do regularly. This small addition already makes your English more meaningful. Now we continue growing the sentence by adding sequence. I brush my teeth every day after waking up. This shows order. First, you wake up, then you brush your teeth. This is how real life works. And now your English is following that same natural flow. We take another step forward by making it sound more complete. I brush my teeth every day after waking up in the morning. This addition makes the sentence smoother and more natural. It feels like something people actually say in daily conversation. Next, we add place to make the picture clearer. I brush my teeth every day after waking up in the morning in the bathroom. Now your sentence has more detail. We know what you do, when you do it, and where you do it. This is how your English becomes more descriptive without becoming difficult. We keep building in a simple and logical way. Now we add another part of your routine. I brush my teeth every day after waking up in the morning in the bathroom before breakfast. This creates a clear sequence of actions. The listener can now imagine your full routine step by step. Now we move to the next level and add purpose. I brush my teeth every day after waking up in the morning in the bathroom before breakfast to stay clean. This part is very important because it answers the question why. You are not just describing actions, you are explaining your reason. This makes your sentence more human and more meaningful. Finally, we take one more step to complete the sentence. I brush my teeth every day after waking up in the morning in the bathroom before breakfast to stay clean and feel fresh. Now the sentence feels full, natural, and complete. It has action, habit, sequence, place, and purpose, all connected smoothly. Take a moment to think about this journey. You started with a very simple sentence, and step by step, you built it into a longer and more expressive sentence without feeling pressure. This is the power of growing your English slowly. You do not need to memorize long sentences from the beginning. You just need to take one idea and build on it. This is how you train your brain to speak naturally. Now try to think about your own routine and create a similar sentence. Start small, then grow it, just like we did here. This is how your speaking will improve day by day. Chapter 3: Getting Ready. After you finish your basic morning routine, there comes a moment where everything becomes a little faster, a little more active, and a little more focused. This is the part of your day when you prepare yourself to step outside and face the world. You choose your clothes, you organize your things, and you start thinking about your responsibilities. This situation is very real and very common, which makes it perfect for building your English step by step. We are going to take one simple sentence from this moment and slowly expand it, adding small details each time, until it becomes a full, natural sentence that clearly describes your routine. We begin with a very simple idea. I get ready. This sentence is short, direct, and easy to understand. It tells us the action, but nothing more. At this level, we only know what you are doing. You are getting ready, but we do not know how, when, or why. That is completely fine, because this is the foundation. Now we begin to build on it. I get ready fast. With just one additional word, the sentence becomes more expressive. It shows how you perform the action. Maybe you do not have much time. Maybe you are in a hurry, so you prepare yourself quickly. This small addition already makes your English more vivid. Now we continue by strengthening that idea. I get ready very fast. This adds emphasis. It shows that speed is important in your routine. You are not moving slowly, you are moving quickly, and this tells us something about your lifestyle. Perhaps your mornings are busy, or you prefer to finish your preparation quickly, so you can focus on other things. The sentence is still simple, but it is becoming more descriptive. Next, we introduce habit into the sentence. I get ready very fast every day. Now the sentence moves from a single moment to a repeated routine. This is something you do regularly. It is part of your daily life. When you add every day, your English becomes more connected to reality. Because most of our actions are habits, not one-time events. The listener now understands that this is your normal way of living. Now we make the sentence more complete by adding time. I get ready very fast every day in the morning. This addition helps the sentence sound more natural and more organized. It places the action clearly in your daily schedule. Morning is a common time for preparation, so this makes the sentence feel realistic and easy to imagine. The listener can now picture your routine more clearly. We continue by adding purpose, which is one of the most important parts of communication. I get ready very fast every day in the morning for work. Now the sentence answers an important question. Why are you getting ready? Because you have work. This gives meaning to the action. Without purpose, a sentence feels incomplete, but with purpose, it becomes more logical and more human. It shows that your actions are connected to your responsibilities. Now we take another step by adding sequence. I get ready very fast every day in the morning for work after breakfast. This shows the order of events in your routine. First you eat, then you get ready. This is how we naturally describe our daily lives. Adding sequence makes your sentence more detailed and easier to understand. It also helps the listener follow your routine step by step. Finally, we reach the last stage of this sentence. I get ready very fast every day in the morning for work after breakfast because I have a busy schedule. Now the sentence is complete. It includes action, speed, habit, time, purpose, sequence, and reason. Final part, because I have a busy schedule, adds a deeper explanation. It tells us why you move so quickly. It connects your behavior to your lifestyle. This makes your English feel natural and meaningful, not just correct. If you look back at the journey, you can clearly see how one small sentence has grown into something much more detailed and expressive. You did not need complicated grammar or difficult words. You simply added one idea at a time, and each idea made the sentence clearer. This is the key to improving your speaking. Instead of trying to say everything at once, you build your sentence slowly and naturally. This method allows you to speak with confidence because you always know what comes next. Now think about your own routine. Maybe your morning is different. Maybe you take more time, or maybe you prepare even faster. Try to use this same method with your own situation. Start with a simple sentence, then add one detail at a time. This will help you create longer sentences without feeling confused or overwhelmed. This is how real speaking develops, step by step, through simple and clear practice. Chapter 4. Leaving home. At this point in your morning, everything starts to move forward. You are no longer inside your room or your house preparing slowly. Now you are ready to step outside and begin your day in the real world. This moment is important because it includes movement, direction, and purpose. It is also something you experience every single day, which makes it perfect for building your English step by step. We are going to take one simple sentence from this situation and grow it gradually, adding small pieces of meaning until it becomes a full, natural sentence that clearly describes your routine. We begin with a very simple sentence. I leave. This is the smallest form of the idea. It tells us that you are going somewhere, but it does not tell us where, when, or why. It is short and basic, but it is still meaningful. At this level, Your English is simple, but it is correct. Now we start to build. I leave home. With just one additional word, the sentence becomes clearer. Now we know where you are leaving from. You are leaving your home. This small addition already helps the listener imagine your situation more easily. Now we take another step and add habit. I leave home every day. This tells us that this action is part of your daily routine. It is not something that happens once in a while. It is something that happens regularly. This makes your sentence more connected to real life. We continue by adding time. I leave home every day at 8. Now the sentence becomes more specific. We know exactly when you leave. This helps the listener understand your schedule more clearly. Next, we make the sentence more natural by expanding the time expression. I leave home every day at 8 in the morning. This sounds smoother and more complete. It matches the way people speak in real life. The phrase "in the morning" makes the sentence feel more natural and easy to understand. Now we move to the next step by adding purpose. I leave home every day at 8 in the morning for work. This is a very important addition because it answers the question why. You are not just leaving home without a reason. You are leaving because you have work. This gives meaning to your action and makes your sentence more logical. Now we continue building by adding more detail about how you leave. I leave home every day at 8 in the morning for work with my bag. This small addition makes the sentence more visual. Now the listener can imagine you leaving your house with your bag, ready for your day. This is how simple details make your English more descriptive without making it difficult. Finally, we reach the last stage. I leave home every day at 8 in the morning for work with my bag because I want to be on time. Now the sentence is complete. It includes action, place, habit, time, purpose, detail, and reason. The final part explains your motivation. You leave at this time because you want to be punctual. This adds a personal touch to your sentence and makes it more meaningful. If you look at the full journey, you can clearly see how the sentence has grown step by step. You started with a very small idea, and by adding one piece at a time, you created a full and natural sentence. This method is simple, but it is very powerful. It allows you to speak longer sentences without feeling confused. Instead of trying to say everything at once, you build your sentence slowly and clearly. Now think about your own routine. What time do you leave your home? Where do you go? Why do you leave at that time? You can use the same pattern to describe your own life. Start with a small sentence, then add one detail at a time. This will help you speak more confidently and more naturally. This is how you turn simple English into real communication. Chapter 5. Work time. Now you have left your home and entered the next important part of your day. This is where your time becomes more focused, more serious, and more connected to your goals. Whether you go to an office, a shop, a classroom, or even work from home, this part of your routine is very important because it shows effort, responsibility, and growth. This makes it a perfect situation to build your English step by step. We will take one simple sentence and slowly expand it, adding small but meaningful details until it becomes a full, natural sentence that clearly describes your work life. Stay calm, follow the flow, and try to repeat the sentence in your mind or out loud as it grows. We begin with the simplest form of the idea, I work. This is the base sentence. It is short and direct. It tells us what you do, but nothing more. At this stage, your English is simple, but it is clear. Now we take a small step forward. I work hard. With just one extra word, the sentence becomes stronger. It shows effort. It tells us how you work. You are not just working, you are putting in effort. This small addition adds meaning and makes your sentence more expressive. Now we continue by adding habit. I work hard every day. This shows that your effort is not occasional. It is part of your daily routine. You are consistent. You show up every day and do your work with effort. This makes your sentence more realistic and relatable. Next, we add place. I work hard every day at my office. Now the sentence becomes more complete. We know where you work. The listener can imagine your environment. It could be a desk, a computer, colleagues around you. This small detail helps create a clear picture. We continue building by adding people. I work hard every day at my office with my team. Now your sentence includes interaction. You are not alone. You are working with others. This makes the situation more real because many people work in teams. It also makes your English more natural because it reflects real-life situations. Now we move forward and add more detail about what you do. I work hard every day at my office with my team on different tasks. This shows variety. Your work is not just one thing. You handle different responsibilities. This makes your sentence more descriptive and informative. Next, we take another step by adding growth. I work hard every day at my office with my team on different tasks and learn new things. This is a very important addition. It shows that your work is not only about completing tasks, but also about learning and improving. This makes your sentence more meaningful and more connected to personal development. Finally, we reach the last stage of this sentence. I work hard every day at my office with my team on different tasks and learn new things because I want to grow. Now the sentence is complete. It includes action, effort, habit, place, people, activity, growth, and purpose. The final part explains your motivation. You are not just working and learning without reason. You are doing it because you want to improve your life. If you look at the full journey, you can clearly see how the sentence has grown step by step. You started with a very simple idea, and by adding one detail at a time, you built a full and natural sentence. This is the power of this method. You do not need complicated grammar or difficult vocabulary. You just need to build your sentence slowly and clearly. Now think about your own work or study life. What do you do every day? Where do you work? Who do you work with? Why do you work? Try to answer these questions by building your own sentence step by step, just like we did here. This will help you speak more confidently and more naturally. This is how simple English becomes real communication. Chapter 6. Coming home. After a long and busy day, there comes a moment when everything starts to slow down again. You are no longer focused on work or outside responsibilities. Now you are returning to your home, your personal space, where you can relax and rest. This part of your day is very natural and very relatable, and it gives us another perfect situation to build your English step by step. Just like before, we will take one simple sentence and slowly grow it, adding small details one by one until it becomes a full, natural sentence that clearly describes your routine and your feelings. We begin with the smallest idea. I come. This is the base sentence. It tells us that you are returning from somewhere, but it does not tell us where you are going or how you feel. It is simple and direct, and that is exactly how we want to start. Now we add one small detail to make it clearer. I come home. With just one additional word, the sentence now has direction. We know where you are going. You are returning to your home. This already makes the sentence more complete and easier to imagine. Now we take the next step by adding feeling. I come home tired. This is very important because it adds emotion to the sentence. It tells us how you feel after your day. Maybe your work was long, maybe you were busy, and now you feel tired. This makes the sentence more human and more real. We continue by adding habit. I come home tired every evening. Now we understand that this is part of your daily routine. It is not just one day. It happens regularly, and this makes your sentence more connected to real life. Next, we add more detail by including sequence. I come home tired every evening after work. This shows what happens before you come home. First, you work, and then you return home. This creates a clear order of actions, which is very important in natural English. It helps the listener follow your routine step by step. Now we continue building by adding an action. I come home tired every evening after work and sit down. This shows what you do after you arrive home. It adds movement and makes the sentence more complete. We take another step by adding more detail to that action. I come home tired every evening after work and sit down on the sofa. Now the sentence becomes more visual. The listener can imagine you entering your home, putting your things down, and sitting on the sofa. This small detail makes your English more descriptive without making it complicated. Finally, we reach the last stage of this sentence. I come home tired every evening after work and sit down on the sofa because I need rest. Now the sentence is complete. It includes action, place, feeling, habit, sequence, and reason. The final part explains why you sit down. You need rest. This makes the sentence more meaningful and more natural. If you look at the full journey, you can clearly see how the sentence has grown step by step. You started with a very simple idea, and by adding one small detail at a time, you created a full and natural sentence. This is the power of building your English slowly. You do not need to think about everything at once. You just need to add one idea, then another, and then another. Now think about your own day. How do you feel when you come home? What do you do first? Do you sit? Do you relax? Do you talk to someone? Try to describe your own routine using this same method. Start with a small sentence, then grow it step by step. This will help you speak more confidently and more naturally. This is how you turn simple English into real communication. Chapter 7, Night Study. As the day comes to an end, there is one more important part of your routine that can completely change your future. This is the quiet time of the night when everything slows down, distractions become fewer, and you finally get the chance to focus on yourself. For many learners, this is the moment they choose to improve their English. It is calm, it is personal, and it is very powerful. This makes it the perfect situation to build your English step by step. Just like before, we will take one simple sentence and slowly grow it, adding one idea at a time until it becomes a full, natural sentence that clearly describes your habit and your goal. We begin with the simplest form, I study. This is your starting point. It tells us what you are doing, but nothing more. It is short, clear, and correct. At this level, your English is simple, but it is enough to express an idea. Now we take the next step. I study English. With just one more word, the sentence becomes more specific. Now we know what you are studying. This small change makes your sentence clearer and more meaningful. It shows your focus. Now we continue by adding habit. I study English every night. This tells us that this is part of your routine. It is not something you do once in a while. It is something you do regularly. This makes your sentence more connected to real life and shows your consistency. Next, we add place to make the picture clearer. I study English every night at home. Now we know where this happens. The listener can imagine you sitting in your room, maybe with your phone, your notebook, or your laptop. This small detail makes your sentence more natural and descriptive. We continue building by adding sequence. I study English every night at home after dinner. This shows what happens before you start studying. First, you finish your meal, then you begin your learning. This creates a clear and logical flow of actions. which is very important in real communication. Now we move to the next level by adding duration. I study English every night at home after dinner for 1 hour. This tells us how long you study. It makes your sentence more complete and gives a clearer picture of your effort. Now we take another step and add action within the study. I study English every night at home after dinner for 1 hour and practice speaking. This is a very important addition because it shows how you study. You are not just reading or watching, you are actively practicing speaking. This makes your sentence more powerful and more connected to your goal. Finally, we reach the last stage of this sentence. I study English every night at home after dinner for 1 hour and practice speaking because I want fluency. Now the sentence is complete. It includes action, subject, habit, place, sequence, duration, method, and purpose. The final part explains your motivation. You are doing all of this because you want to become fluent. If you look at the full journey, you can clearly see how your sentence has grown step by step. You started with a very simple idea, and by adding one detail at a time, you created a full and meaningful sentence. This is the method that will help you improve your speaking.